Hi, how are you? So, today is a nice Thursday. How are you all doing? All right. Hi, who's online? So today, sharing is the quote I put up. The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work. That's by Robert Kiyosaki. So Robert Kiyosaki is a famous author. I think he's a speaker, and coined the term "rich dad, poor dad." He wrote the book "Rich Dad, Poor Dad," and I think in the 1980s. And I kind of came to this book in my 30s. In my 30s. Whereas my dad, came to find out about the book the same time I did in his 70s. So one day, as he was finishing reading the book, he said, "I'm 70 years old. How come nobody has told me about money like this before?" That's a funny kind of statement that my dad said. And it's quite true. I mean, my dad is a PhD in education. He used to teach in USM, and has been an academic person all his life. Retired, and then came out to open his own training, as well as offering MBA courses in China. Because he's from Hainan, I'm Hainanese. So it's strange that he said, "Well, I'm 70 years old. How come nobody has told me about money like this before?" And it is quite true. In the 1980s, I think what he said really, caused a lot of people to kind of wake up and say, "Oh, wow, what am I doing?" So same for me as well. But today I'm not going to talk about that book. I just want to talk about this particular quote, which I thought was very, very powerful. Of course, it sounds a bit like there's a big comparison between rich people and everyone else. But I think that first time when I heard this quote, the richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work. I felt that it was a bit like condescending a little bit, like, wow, okay, you are rich, and then, But when I thought about it, and I think about a lot of people who are very successful, and what do they really do? So I can think back a long, long time ago, and that would be Thomas Edison. I just recently watched the movie Tesla. So Thomas Edison was a very famous inventor, but he was also a very ruthless businessman. So he built like grids, right? Electric grids. So everybody's house had electricity. And of course, from there you can get income. So that was a network, right? At network. Tesla did the same thing. It was it was alternating current network, Westinghouse, yeah. And then, of course, you think about the more recent people who are very successful. Anybody that has to do with like Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook. It's a perfect social networking thing, right? And Elon Musk, right, he doesn't just build the cars, but envisioning the whole system of, electricity, and, so that's a big network. And the thing that we're talking now, social media, internet, it's all about network. And if many years ago, when you go to a shop, you just buy something. Now when you go to a shop, they'll ask you, "Are you a member?" Right? And I said, "No, I'm not a member." "Oh, would you like to be get a free membership?" And that is building a network too, isn't it? When you think about it. And how many of you are members of G2000, Starbucks, Forever 21, Top Shop, almost every retail outlet has a way to build network now, isn't it? So I guess that quote really is true. I mean, people who are rich and people who know the power of a networks, stand to gain a lot, especially in this economy. And apps that's connected to something. So whenever you log in, they know. Whatever you look for, they know. And whatever you buy, they know. So they know a lot of things, and that's networks. So a lot of us, I was an employee for 13 years. I was working for a multinational company, and the idea I had was, just work, get, work hard, get promoted, don't complain, step by step, and then you get there. And I think that was the measure of success at that point, until you realize, after I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and until I understood the concept of networks, that I was thinking, well, I'm just looking for work, isn't it? So these people who have networks, they can probably, have a lot more flexible time. Another way of looking at networks is a franchise. So let's say, for example, if you are a master franchisor and you have many franchises, and so what you do is you're collecting royalty, and that's network as well, isn't it? You're collecting. Same thing as if you have a property, and if you can afford many properties, you can collect rental income, which is awesome, and that is what we call a reoccurring type of income, rental income. So that is still a network, because you have a network of properties, isn't it? And so after reading that book or understanding that concept, then I realized that quote was very, very powerful. How can normal people like you and me and many others be able to achieve success or achieve more financial flexibility or more choices in time? And so the idea is building networks. But I think it goes against a lot of stuff that when we were brought up to think, because a lot of times when we were brought up, when we talk to people, our parents would say, don't talk to strangers, don't be overly, out there, you just want to be low key, which is good. I understand people want to be low key in a sense. I'm not saying going out there and being crazy, but I'm saying we have this belief to, not talk to people too much, just do your own stuff and you'll be good, and that kind of stops us from really networking. And right now, if you ask people to go out and meet with people, most of the time they say, oh no, I don't know what to say, I can't, I don't know. Most of the time it's governed by fear. I'm afraid, I don't want to talk to people, And so, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that, sometimes culture, conditioning, peer pressure, fear, all that kind of puts handbrakes on us from going out there and networking with people. A lot of people think that networking is about sales. Yeah, in essence it is, because of course you're trying to sell, but some networking is really meeting people, opening up to new ideas, seeing what's out there, seeing if you can collaborate with people with ideas. Maybe you can give them an idea that they could do their stuff even better, right? So that's collaboration ideas, and that's what a lot of YouTubers are doing. They're collaborating with each other, and it's not even a competition anymore. They're just working with each other, expanding the market, which is, I think it's really cool. So I think that we weren't really taught how to network, or were encouraged to network, and then but it's cool that in the past 10-20 years you have these groups of breakfast clubs like BNI and other social clubs, and some are very specific to business expansion, like BNI, which is a fantastic organization. You learn a lot of things about networking, which is great. So I was a member before, and I learned a lot about networking. I'm truly grateful for that system. So it kind of brings back to me being involved in this business, network marketing, and really appreciating the concept of networking and connecting people together, providing information to people, and building franchises at the same time. So that really is the essence of network marketing, is sharing something that you've used with somebody, teaching them how to do the same, and teaching their people how to do the same. So it kind of propagates that way. But ultimately, what you do is you're building a network. So I find that maybe I can't, be like Elon Musk, or I can't, and of course, they're like crazy rich. But I believe that, we can get out of where we are. We don't have to be so high, but we can get out, and we can create these opportunities where we can have greater choices, greater freedom, more flexibility, and just be able to make better choices and more, things that you want. And so I really believe that, and I'm not saying that, only the rich can do that. But I think that if we have the mentality to learn how to network, appreciate the benefits of networking, then you, me, and everyone else will be able to upgrade and improve the quality through networking. Okay, and of course, network marketing, which is the business I do, is about network marketing, and I can really see how this can really change people's lives and transform people's lives. And I think that it's another way for people to get ahead, and other people for people to achieve the things that they want in their lives. All right, so that's a little bit of a discussion sharing that I have, and if you have any ideas or thoughts, do share with me what you think about this quote, and how you are participating in building networks yourself. Okay, and I hope that this sharing kind of expands your thought process in terms of what networking is and is not, and that whether we like it or not, it's really encompassing us anyway. I mean, social media is one big one too, and how we spend our money is also networks as well. And I think that we shouldn't fear networking. We should learn to embrace it, and leverage it if you want to create a business, especially like network marketing, which can help create a different lifestyle. Yeah. So yeah, that's my sharing. Hi, Terry. How are you? And also, if there are no entrepreneurs in your family background, you have no role models to show you what's possible other than just looking for confidence. Yeah, hey, thanks, Terry. Hope you're doing great. It's true. Sometimes, yeah, and in our immediate family, there's really nobody doing business, and so sometimes we look at business as something like, oh my God, what is that? But my uncle is, and of course he does things in a very big scale, so it's not something that we could duplicate, or we can. But he has that mentality, which kind of gave us some courage that we could do it as well. So that helped as well. But definitely it's true what you're saying. That's why going out there networking, you add a lot of information, a lot of experiences into your life, and you do that. So don't be afraid to network. Let me give you a thing that when my daughter Jay went to high school, I said to her one thing. I said, I want you to know everybody in high school. And not only do you know every kid in high school, I want you to know what their parents do. And just to get a deeper level of understanding what other people do. And I don't think she did everybody, but at least it was something that I consciously wanted her to go and do, which I think it's a great thing to do. I mean, it's great to make friends. I think if you ask me and think about it for yourself, a lot of your friends that you've made throughout the years came from either high school or university. And but we were never told to network. We would go make friends, but networking and consciously doing it was a different thing. Anyway, thank you for joining. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you in a couple of days. All right, take care. Bye. Hi, Anne. Bye, guys.